What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Hump day. Let's see what happened in the markets today. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Let's look at as many charts. Let's look at the as possible. Okay, so we can get an idea of what could possibly happen in the short term, or is it more what I believe just some oscillation within certain areas? I'll show you in the charts. Also going to talk a little bit on what happened yesterday. The U.S. Department of Justice basically told CZ Changpeng Zhao, I believe, is that how you say his name, that he's got to get out of Binance. He stepped down. Something like that. If you would have asked me what would have happened, I would have said the market's going to drop. Did it? We'll take a look. Not really. My portfolio is looking pretty much the same. Maybe a little higher. About the same, maybe slightly higher. But we'll take a look at all that. And if we have time, we'll also take a look at some new cryptos, one new crypto that I bought, and what I bought yesterday. All right, so you guys get an idea of what I'm doing. And so without further ado, let's do this. This ascending line right here, which is a short-term thing, really, nothing too major, and we're really just right here. Well, we were right here yesterday, right, on this area of support at 35.17, and we bounced relatively well today off of it, right? Although it's possible that we come back down. That was a big red wick, again, relatively speaking, in comparison to the last few days, right? So there was some volatility, although on the 16th of November and the 15th, we did see some serious volatility to, again, relatively speaking, to this area. So we are clearly oscillating here, guys, as you can see, right? And now I think maybe we have another test down here, because the market, I think, is feeling slightly bearish. All right, so maybe another test. Maybe we don't go down, and then towards the end of this month, maybe we start seeing what happens if we touch the top of this area, which we haven't in quite a few days now. 3, 4, 5, 6 days, right? 6 days since the 16th of November, where we were up here before dropping. All right, so that's something that should be of interest. Still, certain cryptos are in great buy zones. Pretty much everything is, for the most part, in pretty good buy zones. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the markets. The dollar, the daily, nice little rebound the last couple of days, but I think my bias in this is more towards the downside. Probably maybe touched here, 102.93. all right, oil, let's see what oil is doing after a few days up. Now we're seeing a nice red day. That's good. Hopefully it keeps dropping. We go down to a lower part of this channel, which is at 66.95. Dow Jones, bullish, although these are concerning, right? These that one was filled, these gaps, right? This one, but for the most part right now, bullish. Nasdaq, bullish. S&P 500, this gap, again, the gaps are somewhat concerning, but for now, bullish. Government bond yields in 1 day, 2-year yields still looks bearish, which is bullish for the rest of the markets. 10-year government bond yields looks bearish, which is bullish for the rest of the market. So everything looks pretty decent. Let's take a quick look at BTC dominance, and look like we're trying to get off of this area that was tested a couple times as support, and it seems that it is at 35,165, let's say. All right, so this is a gap over here. Just in case you don't know, in case you don't follow my stuff, it was a gap here that got filled in. Since then, it's been an area of support, and now maybe we are starting to move up again. Although I did say that we are feeling slightly bullish, so maybe it's a breakdown here, test again to see what's up before we start moving up again. But overall, the other parts of the markets do look pretty good. Now, I will say some information about Fed minutes that came out. All right, to sum it all up, right here. Let's see if I can find the story real quick. So basically, all this really says is, after the Fed minutes, is that they are right now focusing on just seeing what happens. All right, they don't have the idea of dropping rates, cutting rates anytime soon. All right, that's basically all that came out of the Fed minutes. So I mean, that's relatively bearish, because they're not gonna. nothing was made mention. That's not even in the radar, right now, of them dropping rates, which is kind of expected because a lot of pundits, including myself, believe July is more or less the time when they will probably make their first rate cuts. All right, so interesting. All right, so there's that. And then let's talk about the Changpeng Zhao thing. All right, so in case you didn't know, Changpeng Zhao stepped down. All right, he's the CEO of Binance, very well known in the crypto community, huge, I guess, celebrity in the crypto community. All right, very powerful guy. Binance is the world's biggest exchange, and the DOJ, and I'm sure Changpeng Zhao knew. Let's look at right here. Knew what was going on because he did write some cryptic message a little bit before all this stuff came out. The news that basically the Binance is going to pay $4 billion to the United States Department of Justice. So because the Department of Justice was going to charge them with fraud, with a couple of other things. Department of Justice. So anybody, I think, would be pretty scared. And part of the deal probably was that Changpeng Zhao has to step down. I stepped down CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally, but it's the right thing to do, right? Because the U.S. strong-armed him to do it. They basically said, "Listen, you want Binance to continue? You step down. These are our terms, and you give us $4 billion." So U.S. is no joke, guys. U.S. is no joke. They still have a lot of power. They're probably still the most powerful country in the world, and they make kings, right? Essentially, in businesses. So basically, how I saw it was that they were like, look, if you want Binance to continue, this is what has to happen. You got to step down, and everything will be all right, because you can't just thumb your nose at us. You can't just give us the finger and expect everything to be okay. Not on the world stage. We still have to save face, and we still run this show. So that's more or less how I see it. Binance is going to continue. The markets, basically a nothing burger. It just went up here. There were a couple of days where it went below that compared to that news, and I would have thought that would have been pretty bad and the market would have dropped, but it didn't. That shows a lot of strength. That shows very, very bullish things for the market, guys. Okay, so that's how I see that part of it. So I'm giving you guys a little bit of color. You can go look. I'm sure there's tons of stuff regarding exactly what happened, exactly what he was charged with, but just kind of like the big picture, how I see it. My color is that it's very bullish for the markets. Binance is going to continue. Another guy, I think Tang, is going to take over. But you know who's going to be pulling the strings back there? It's going to be that guy. It's going to be CZ. And you know what? That's cool. CZ's got balls. I like CZ. He's going to do well. And he's still going to be the one behind Binance. The market is going to continue. Okay, Binance is going to be allowed to continue even in the U.S. Okay, so the U.S. is happy. Binance is happy. Crypto markets are going to be happy. Could it be that BlackRock was behind it? Was behind them kind of pushing the U.S. to kind of go after Binance, because BlackRock is a United States company and Binance is an offshore company, so might as well have the king be BlackRock. Although BlackRock is already a king, but be the king of crypto, BlackRock, as opposed to Binance. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory, but a lot of people are saying that, and it's possible, guys. I'm not saying that it's not. It is possible. End of the day, I'm gonna do my thing in low caps, but I do have to watch what's going on in the world, in the crypto world, because it does affect my low caps. It does affect my investments, so I gotta know what's going on. I gotta share it with you exactly how I see it. And so, to sum it up, it's bullish. CZ might still be facing jail time. He had to pay like $100-something million bond, right? But I think he's going to be okay. Maybe he avoids jail. Maybe with all the money that he's going to pay through Binance and everything, he's going to be all right. He's probably going to make friends with these people, and they're going to be like, listen, you want to stay in power, fine, but you got to include us in the game. And that's fine. You gotta pay the piper, give Caesar his cut, right? So that's what you gotta do. Binance apparently through all this is still staying pretty strong, although there were outflows of money that came out. I mean, outflows of Bitcoin and capital, because people are like, oh, what's gonna happen? Makes sense. I don't have anything in Binance, so that didn't bother me. But Binance is gonna be all right. Right here, 956 million in outflows after Changpeng Zhao steps down to settle U.S. probe. Pretty interesting stuff, guys. But it's kind of like a soap opera. Crazy, right? All right, so yeah, that's how we see that. Let's quickly take a look at the weekly to see how the week is summing up. Okay, so after quite a few weeks of green, we have a red week so far, and we still have some time. What's today? Wednesday, so half the Wednesday hump day. Yeah, so we still have a few days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, four more days before this candle closes. Maybe closing the red, but that's cool. We needed a respite, right? It happens. You need a respite. We are still clearly in this zone. Nice little wick up here. Body's closing right here as we head out for the last week of December. I mean of November, which will be pretty interesting. And then we're in December, the last month, right here, guys. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's see what happens. Do we continue to go up? Interesting part is that December, other than this line right here, 38,116, I don't see much resistance right here. So this could be the opportune time for in December for the price to kind of play up here in the $39,000-$40,000 range, and then maybe end up there, because this is the end of the year, right? The last month, and then maybe we have a drop in January. We'll see what happens. Yeah, maybe we have a drop in January, although the SEC will probably announce something around January 10th regarding ETF and approval, more than likely, and maybe that'll cause some short-term movement up. But it could. The launch and the approval are two different things. So the launch might take a month or two, depending on how fast the entities are to do it, to launch, right? To get everything ready for launch and everything, and do the other paperwork required, the other moves required to launch. So there might be a lull there, so that might drop us a little bit. I don't know how low, but some type of wick this year. And this year in 2024, some type of drop. We got to have some type of drop at some point, right? It can't just keep going up and up and up. These markets are such where they go up for a while, and then boom, there's a nice big retrace where we can buy in, right? Take advantage. So take advantage of those dips. I'm thinking maybe it comes at the beginning early of next year. Although maybe we see it in December. But my bias is towards the upside. I'm thinking maybe we are up here, but this is pure speculation on my part, right? Up here, 39.40 in December, and watch December just drop. But hey, if it does, you know what? I still have capital, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy because I believe I know where things are going, and Bitcoin is gonna be way over 100 grand in my opinion. We're heading to this happy box of mine, guys. Put it right here. And then after this, right here. And then after this, we'll take a look at what I bought right here, guys. All right, between 95,000 and 199, 200,000, right? And I think maybe I should put this up to 100,000 and maybe move this up to 225, 250, because you just never know. The amount of money that's going to come into this space, guys, is going to be huge, all right? So I could see some type of parabolic move. Boom, 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 boom. Come back down. Oh no, come back down. Yeah. So yeah, I can see that. Boom, come back down. So that's where I think that we're going. So right here, buying opportunity. Yes. But we just got to find good projects. I did see people saying, the altcoin markets. Let's take a look at the altcoin chart. We do have a red day, and we did lose this. Let's go back into the daily. Now, I thought maybe we could build a base right here, as I mentioned, right on the top of this channel, right? On the top of this channel, but we just lost it yesterday. On the news, maybe on the CZ thing for alts. Although I gotta tell you, my portfolio looks pretty good. So I mean, results may vary. It depends on really what you're buying. What cryptos you're buying. And I have losers. Believe me, I have losers, and I've lost a bit of money, but with the losers, my winners are far outweighing them. And like I mentioned, I think yesterday, I am up a good amount of money, and it's only going to get better from here. We're just barely getting started. So individual results may vary. You gotta pick good projects. Maybe that's why you should keep watching this channel, so that I can put good projects on your radar, guys. And with that said, let's talk about the newest one that I bought, Prop S. Just doing my homework on it. And I made my first buy. All right, it was slightly lower, or maybe it was right around here. Today, I made my first buy today, and then I have some pending orders, and I'm gonna start filling it out. I'm thinking maybe that I'm gonna sell out of one one of my projects at a loss, and maybe allocate that, because they're both in real world assets, allocate that to prop base. Things look all right. Things look all right. The tokenomics are not as bad. I got to put it on my to-do list to highlight prop base. There's 3 that I wanna spend one video on completely. Prop base. Another one that I bought, KAGI, which is this one right here. Where are we here? It's this one right here, because I saw that it did drop, so I did buy some more down here. And today I had has a decent rebound. This project Dilithium looks interesting, and I want to make a video on this one too, to just kind of go over the numbers or take a look at it together. And then the other one that I want to make a video on is Citus, because I haven't made a video on Citus, and look how strong Citus looks. All right, it's up right now. I did buy yesterday on a red day, because that's what you do. We are in buy the dip territory, as I've mentioned. All right, so those are the ones I wanted to show you, and also make videos up hopefully this week. And the other one that I bought, because I was like, might as well. It's moved a little bit since this low. It's all-time low, and then it's given some back today. But I did buy yesterday, because I saw that it dropped off of this, right? So I'm like, okay, let me buy. And it dropped today a little bit, but it should be all right. This is called Poker Bridge. And my average buy is down here. Also, another reason why I bought, because I wanted to get it down a little bit. Maybe I add a little bit more. I don't know. It depends if we touch the lower part of this channel right here at 0.037. But it's a risk, and I just want to lower this down to just get it back to be able to get my money back at a lower number, so that I can decide if I want to get out or not. But if it starts moving, which it has moved again recently, I might just let it run. To get back up here, guys, it would be 114x. All right, so 114x just from the current level. Obviously, it'd have to be from my level for me to get back up there from my average buy right now. It would be a 71x. Another reason why, I wouldn't mind making one more buy here to try to lower this, so I can try to get that. Will it go up here? I don't know. I guess it depends on if you believe in Polkadot, and if you think Polkadot will do well, because it's on the Polkadot system. It's an interesting project. And there is a lot of volume on it. It's not like it's a scam bum project, but it's had a relatively crappy bear market. But hey, this might be an opportunity. I'm not going to put much more money in it. I have a relatively small amount of money in it, a decent amount of money in it, relatively decent amount to the smaller side. But if I add one more buy, get this level, then I'm just going to chill and see what happens. All right, so there you are. And also Veracity. I was pretty right on my, where are we here? Veracity. Well, my lines were pretty right on. Look at this. Can't make this stuff up. Boom. Went right through here, right here to this line right here, 0.0065, and from there bounced right up. Boom. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. We are up against this area of resistance. Let's see. We couldn't keep it. Let's see if we can get over. Veracity, I think, is a really good project. In my Twitter, I said I think Veracity is going to get to $1, and before that was laughed at. People were like, no way. And now I'm seeing people saying $2 to $3. So $1 might even be conservative right now. Interesting, right? But let's leave it at that, guys. Quick little video, quick for me, quick for my standards. Looking at Bitcoin, talking about what happened to CZ, talking about how I think that's very bullish for the market. Crypto is growing right before our eyes. It's looking very, very strong. Although pullbacks are going to happen, but I would consider pullbacks to be grand opportunities. All right, because things have moved, at least for me, a lot. A lot of these tokens. Quite a few of my bigger projects, I'm up 2x, 3x, 4x, and that's helped. All right. Overall, because I have losers, those 2, 3x have only gotten me about 50% as far as my overall investment in the market. 50%. I'm up 50%, more or less, right around there. So, but that's cool. Like I said, we are just in the beginning, and things are the laggards are going to catch up eventually. All right. So I'm happy, and I'm still just buying here and there, and I'll let you guys know when I make more buys. All right, guys, if you can like, if you can subscribe, if you can leave a message, that would be super greatly appreciated. All right, have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.